Hi, I'm here in my 84-year-old mother's hospital room, and she has a staph infection, so she's in a no-contact situation. But I was supposed to speak to you, Sunday school class, today about worship, private worship and corporate worship. And you know, worship is something very dear to my heart as I'm on the platform every day and in the 9:15 service, and we worship corporately. But I want to talk about private worship today. You know, working with my mom, she has false teeth, and I know, and you're thinking, what does that have to do with worship? But you know, all of my grandparents, great aunts and uncles, they all had false teeth. It was just a way of life. They were all raised out on the farm, and they would go out and drill a well, and if the water was palatable, then they could drink it, and it would quench their thirst. And year after year, decade after decade, they would go out and get the water and they would drink. But even though the water quenched their thirst, and it was good water, it was still missing something. And after many years, it showed up in their teeth going bad. That's a lot the same way with worship. You know, we can go to the well. We can go to church every Sunday. We can go to Sunday school. We can pay our tithes. We can even do our devotions. But if we don't have an attitude of worship, after 20, 30, 40 years, it shows up. You know those old crusty people that are just angry about things and they don't like the way church is? They miss the attitude of worship. And so we can go do all the right things religiously, go to the well, like the woman going to the well. Jesus told her, you need to worship in spirit and in truth. An attitude of worship. Not going to the right mountain or the right place, but just worshiping in everything you do. Like driving your car. What if you thought, I'm chauffeuring Jesus around? Would you drive your car differently? Or opening the door for somebody? Or saying a kind word to someone in line at the checkout stand? All of those are not just actions, but attitudes. Jesus said to have an attitude of worship. Now, I haven't done everything right. In fact, I've made lots of mistakes in my life that I regret. And yet I've always wanted to worship Jesus. And I think we need to want to worship Jesus in everything we do. To have an attitude, like my mom has worshiped Jesus for almost 84 years now. And so here I am on this Christmas week in the hospital with my mom, worshiping Jesus. Can we all this season just have an attitude of worship and make it a habit of life over the next year? That everything we do, it's based out of an attitude of worship. Happy New Year.